Hey loves, welcome back to the Ziggy Zone. It's me, your girl Ziggy. Today we are going to talk about something that I actually am sort of confused about myself. I read a report earlier today that Miami Dolphins cornerback Brent Grimes should be released by the Dolphins come next week because of his wife's behavior. I found that totally like interesting, like weird, hard to conceptualize. But apparently, his wife, who will remain nameless because she, I hear, is about that thug life. She's a sister though, so I'm proud of that. I'm like, hey, black man with your black wife. So kudos to Brent Grimes for marrying a black woman. And for real, I hear she's the real kind. Um, and not that there's a fake kind, but just saying like she supports her man, she goes in. But apparently, he is to be cut, Brent Grimes, because just like her behavior has been questionable. Just it's been questionable. Back over the summer, I believe that like she was arrested right before the game at the Dolphin Stadium, and then back in December, she had some words, some choice words in regards to the quarterback. I think his name is Ryan Tannehill. Um, I'm sure she's probably was doing some other stuff in there, but because of her behavior, the Dolphins are strongly considering releasing Grimes. This is the first time I've ever heard of something like that. He's still, he's in his early 30s, so it's not like he's that old. He's not like, he's not like a cornerback like, Richard Sherman that has like this large name for himself. Honestly, I didn't hear about him until I read the report. I was like, this is interesting. So I'm sure, he's getting money, but it's not like he's costing Miami a whole lot of money. So this is what I have to say. Ladies, if you're going to date a professional athlete, let him professional athlete. Like, even for those of us who have a passion for the game, no matter what it is, right? Whether it's um, football, basketball, baseball, soccer, hockey, like if you're going to date a professional athlete, like just let them be. I understand, like, obviously you don't want anyone hurting your man. Like, I get it. You don't want anyone talking trash about your man. I get it. You may also defend your man and think your man is the best there is. I get that too. However, you actually can't really interfere with his affairs. Like, that is his job. Like, even if, you think that the sport and, you can have the best scouting report, you can't like take that to his coaches and coordinators or whomever and be like, yeah, this is what I think is happening. Like, don't get involved. If they have like some sort of wives association, then fine, join that, participate in that, make your presence known there, have an impact there. But as far as on the field and in the locker rooms, like, and even on the court or field locker rooms, like, you really have to separate. And it's not a good look to, always have something to say to clap back for your man. It's a professional environment, and it should be treated as such. People, you can't go to someone's job and tell their boss, oh yeah, by the way, I don't like the way you're treating my partner. Or you can't go to your partner's job and tell their coworkers like, oh yeah, stop treating Timmy this way. Like, it doesn't work that way. It would be nice if it did, but it doesn't. So back to Brent Grimes and his wife. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate her passion for the sport. I appreciate her really, educating herself about football and really studying, if nothing else, his position, the quarterback position. But yeah, homegirl needs to take it down a notch and allow him to play football and allow the coaches to coach and allow the other players to play, because seriously, like, this is taking money out of your pocket. I'm looking at it from the other end like, oh, if there's this reputation, I mean, this type of reputation, having a passionate wife is almost as bad as having like a weed or drinking problem. They shouldn't hopefully be doing other drugs, harder drugs than weed. Like, because like your level of productivity, like GMs and coaches probably aren't going to want to touch that. Like, what are they going to say? Oh, be cool with Grimes. His wife might come and who ride on you. Like, seriously, let's get it together. But as I was reading this story about her name is Miko. Don't shoot me, girl. I'm halfway on your side, halfway. But with Brent Grimes' wife Miko, it reminded me of the LeBron James situation a few years ago. I want to say about 4 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago, when LeBron was in the game and his mom like stood up and she was like yelling at the refs and he was like, "Sit your ass down." And I was like, at that time, that was so outlandish because I'm like, one, he's cussing at his mom, but two, I hadn't realized his mom's behavior. So now to see it from a mother's perspective and from a wife's perspective, at the end of the day, we as women, we need to sort of if the men in our lives, whether it's our spouses, partners, relatives, child, nephew, whatever, son, we sort of need to let them do their thing and trust that they know what they're doing and that they're making the best decisions, because we don't want our behaviors to impact sort of their livelihood. Like, LeBron could have gotten fined. I'm not sure if he got fined. I don't think he got fined. But a situation like that where a player is fined, that's their bottom line. That's their pocket. That's taken away from you, honestly. Or something like in this Grimes case where, he may potentially be released. Like, that's directly your household. Like, you are his wife and you're taking money literally out of your household. So just be mindful of, your level of care and concern. For the game, for the person you love in a position, but sort of put that energy elsewhere or learn how to properly exercise that energy. But at his job, around his job, at his coworkers is not the way, because nowhere in these United States can you criticize your partner's employer or coworkers. It just doesn't happen that way. So that's that. If he's going to be a professional athlete, let him be a professional athlete. Until the next time, I will see you later, my loves. Ciao.